Knowledge from all fields are a resource that you can apply for business, investment. Millionaire Charlie Munger is very good at using his expertise in various fields to analyze, evaluate and always solve the problem of success in securities investment. Countless books have been written about Warren Buffett, but few know about his business partner, a longtime friend for more than 40 years, Charlie Munger. Currently, Charlie Munger is vice president of the Berkshire Hathaway Group, which also owns a significant portion of Coca-Cola. He is an eccentric, a seemingly superhuman man who rarely appears before the media. Howard, Buffett's eldest son, thinks his father is only the second smartest person in the world he has ever met. The smartest person, according to Howard, is Charlie Munger, Buffett's beloved friend on the West Coast. Despite his nature is slightly self-condemning and criticizing, he has a very deep sense of morality. Charlie Munger's principle of life is different and inverse. Unlike other successful people who always talk about the secret of making big karma, Charlie Munger often mentions the factors that make people unlikely to fail. To learn about Munger, we will surprise with wisdom over man and succeed in his career. To Munger, success does not come to knowledgeable people and limited vision in one area. Success must go beyond the 10,000-hour rule. In his famous book, The Survivors, Malcolm Gladwell asserted as follows: to become an expert in a certain field, you have to spend at least 10,000 hours of practice, goal-oriented practice. Although Charlie Munger has worked hard and long enough to become one of the world's top investors, his key to success is very different. According to Munger, he does not focus 10,000 hours on research in the field of investment, but explores in a variety of areas including microeconomics, psychology, law, mathematics, biology, engineering, and applied sciences. That knowledge when investing in securities. Bill Gates once said of Munger, "He's really the greatest thinker I've ever met." He knows from business principles to economic principles, student-formed design principles. At our longest meeting, we talked about mole mating behavior and what people can learn. Munger is really a senior expert. Becomes a multidisciplinary expert contrary to the principle of 10,000 practices. Success is an expert generalist approach. To describe this approach, Bain & Co. President Ort Gatich, author of the term expert generalist, says expert generalists are not only broad-minded but also deeply versatile. They tackle work and life issues by applying cross-cutting principles in many areas. Although the 10,000-hour rule is true for most areas such as sports, music for business, its fundamentals are always changing. With in-depth knowledge in many areas, knowledge allows an individual to adapt quickly to change. Research shows that these people have common characteristics. They look at the world more precisely and predict the future more accurately because of its broad knowledge. Their wide knowledge makes those unconstrained by the principles of a particular field. They have more innovative ideas because they have collected detailed information, working in new areas, less experienced. The ability to connect higher because they can understand the views of others deeply. Build up a wide network of relationships that allow for the connection of different groups of people. According to one study, wide open networks are a predictor of success. Warren Buffett made Charlie Munger switch from lawyer to stockbroker. Charlie applies expert generalist knowledge in business with extensive knowledge in a wide range of fields. Munger evaluated investment opportunities based on the principle of knowledge sharing in all areas. For example, Munger applied the detection of unconditioned reflexes of animals led by Ivan Pavlov in the early 20th century in business. Peter D. Kaufman's book Poor Charlie's Almanac gives an example of Coca-Cola's success in using advertising and the frequency with which the logo of the product makes consumers think of Coca-Cola. Here is a summary of Charlie Munger's rules that help him become an expert generalist. 1. Must have multi-field knowledge. Like an old saying, for a man with only a hammer in his hand, every problem is like a nail. That is, when only limited knowledge, you will only be able to think in one direction, not find the best solution to solve the problem. It is completely false thinking and can have disastrous consequences. Only when you have knowledge in many fields will you have a comprehensive perspective and be able to analyze and evaluate to make accurate decisions in every situation. 2. Learn a variety of things from many areas. When solving a problem, You need a combination of principles, because of the wisdom of the world cannot be found in some limited areas. 3. Focus on big ideas from big principles. Do not focus too much on the details. With only 20% breakthrough ideas, you can accomplish up to 80% of the work. The Pareto or 80/20 principle asserts that a minority of causes causes a majority of results. 20% of attempts to produce 80% of results. 4. Create a checklist to make sure everything works properly. List and test each factor to ensure your analysis is correct and applicable. 5. Each situation requires a different checklist. Different models of analysis need different test criteria. The rigid application and stamping will not produce optimum results. Business world emphasizes the importance of specialization because it is an important part of success. However, now we have to emphasize more multi-field knowledge. Curiosity, discovery is the element that helps us have diverse knowledge in many areas. However, the daily needs that limit our ability to explore experiences that make the mind unable to seek inspiration on a wider scale. So, when overworked, choose a book or trip to explore the world outside work, to balance your life. Remember, the longest conversation between Bill Gates and Charlie Munger is about mating behavior, not business. Knowledge from every field is a resource that you can use and combine them to succeed in business, the way Charlie Munger did.